And what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, this is going to be a build guide to become an OP ninja in Nioh. Now if you have watched my other build videos, then you know exactly what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be showing you the stats, the gear, the guardian spirits, and the skills you're going to be needing to make this build overpowered. Anyway, let's dive in. Now you're going to need, for stats, you're going to need 13 in body and 13 in skill in order to wear the armor that I'm wearing, the head of the Eager Ninja set. That is mandatory. You need 13 and 13 in these two stats in order to wear the gear. And now you're going to put whatever amount in heart. I just put it 8 to have more ki, so I can use my weapons faster. More, not faster. Stamina, I'm going to put it at 8 so I can have agility A, because having agility A is going to be really helpful. We're going to be more faster. Our dodging, our evasions are going to be more quicker, more faster. He has more iframes, and above that it's going to work with our guardian spirit to increase our damage. I will get more into that when I get into the guardian spirit section. Just make sure for this build you're going to be needing agility A. Strength, you don't need to put anything in it, you can leave it as a base stat. Like I said, skill needs to be 13. Now dexterity is going to be our main attribute. This is going to affect our ninjutsu and our kusarigama. So this is our basically the main stat where you're going to dump all your points into. Then next is our magic. Even though we are a ninjutsu build that focuses on kusarigama and ninjutsu damage, magic is also going to play a part in this build. Not a big role, but you're going to need some omyo in order to make this build effective, so you're going to need that at 10. And our spirit is 18. Even though our guardian spirit that we're going to be needing only requires 15 in spirit, we're going to put it in to 18, is because if we ever want to change our guardian spirit during our playthrough, we can. So I find 18 to be a sweet spot for that stat. So that is it for the stats that you're going to be needing. Let's get into the gear. And now for the gear, like I said, we're going to be using the head of the Eager Ninja set. But in order for this build to work, you're going to be needing all 7 pieces to make the set work. So you're going to be needing the kusarigama, the katana, the headgear, the chest piece, the gloves, the trousers, and the shoes in order for this build to work. Once you have all 7 pieces, you're going to have a set bonus. If you have 2 pieces of the build, you're going to have damage reduction, and you're going to recover all your ninjutsu items after using 11 weapon, which is really nice. We're gonna have increase our damage, close combat damage, by 11%. It's gonna increase our ninjutsu power by 62 if we have 4 pieces of the set. If we have 5 pieces of the set, it's gonna reduce the ki when we run, our stamina every time we run. And the main important one, why we want all 7 pieces of this build, is to have ninjutsu damage bonus A. Now this is going to increase, like it says the description, increase damage in proportion to your skill with ninjutsu. Now the more ninjutsu we have, the more skilled we are with ninjutsu. It's going to increase our damage overall. So that includes my kusarigama. So this is a really powerful stat that we're going to be that we needed for this build. That's why we're using the head of the Eager Ninja set. Now, and to get into the special effects that you want for your gear and weapons, it's mainly what you want and what fits your playstyle. For me, for my kusarigama, I have skill damage, agility damage, wind damage. I find these to be the best attributes for my build right now. For my katana, I don't really use this in combat, is because I mainly focus on using my kusarigama instead of katanas. For your 2 range weapons, go what the highest level weapon you have at the time. Just go for 1 bow and 1 rifle. Gives you more versatility. Now this, for your gear, you're gonna want to have all of your stats needs to be either gold earned, amrita earned. You're gonna want to have more ki, more life. So as you can see, like I have gold earned here, Every time I absorb Amrita, my defenses go up. I have luck, so I can pick up more rare items. For my chest piece, still I have gold on, I have key, I have life. But now for your gloves, this is the most important one. These special attributes need to be similar to what I have to make this a really powerful build. You want to have attack. This will increase your attack on both ninjutsu and your kusarigama. You can only get this attribute on gloves, but you can still match it, but that's for later on in the game, so don't worry about that. I have defense to not make you be a squishy potato and be one shot. Unlimited ninjutsu is self-explanatory. No matter how many ninjutsu items you use, your inventory will never deplete. Now this will work also in conjunction with my guardian spirit. I'll get into that more. And the more important one is thrown weapon damage. Now what this does, every thrown weapon item that I use to deal damage, like my shuriken, my kunais, my shinobi bombs, will all increase in damage by 16%, which is really neat. Like I said, you can go for whatever you want, whatever fits your playstyle. This is just what I use. And now for your accessories, go for anything that will give you ninjutsu power or unlimited ninjutsu. Like I said before, unlimited ninjutsu, what it does, I already explained that. You can go for whatever you want. I just go for ninjutsu power because I like it more. And that is it for the gear. Now let me get into the skills. Like I said, this is a hybrid build between using both ninjutsu and kusarigama, so I'll get into both the skills that you're going to be needing. Anyway, for your ninjutsu, you want to have all 3 tiers of shurikens, kunais, and storm kunais. These are the most effective things that you're going to be needing. From your passives, you want to get thrown blade technique. This increases your shuriken damage by 12% if you get all 3 tiers, which is really good. For the rest of the ninjutsu from this section here, go whatever you want. You can go for poison or paralysis, whatever, like I said, fits your playstyle. This is a very versatile build, so you can go for whatever ninjutsu you want. But what I really recommend you get is the Harokudamas, the normal Harokudama and the Mega Harokudama. These are just shinobi bombs. It will be really useful with going up with larger enemies or crowds. Really good for crowd control. Now from the bottom section of your ninjutsu, what you want to get is ninja tool mastery. This increases the amount of ninjutsu that you can have at a single time. Catwalking and super, which is really powerful. Not powerful, they're really good for speed running levels. Like if you want to farm a certain boss, instead of going through the entire bullshit level, you can just use these two and it'll get you through the level. Super will make you transparent but not invisible, so enemies can still see you, but you need to be really close to them. Catwalking will essentially make your footsteps softer, so enemies don't dare you. So if you use these two together, you will basically become close to invisible. Really good for speed running levels. This is a really important one. Quick chain scroll. Now when you use this, what it does, it allows you to die, but you will be resurrected. You can use this here once. So if I mainly recommend you do this before a boss fight. It does have a certain time limit, but it's quite a while. So what's it called again? If you use this scroll, you have a certain time, and within that certain time you die, you won't go back to your shrine or your last checkpoint. You will respawn back into the boss fight where you last left off. So if you put this boss on 1 HP and he kills you, if you have this scroll activated, you can come back into the fight with no need to worry about losing your progress. Now a really important ninjutsu also, if I can find it, it is Power Pill. Now what Power Pill does, if you eat it for a certain amount of time, your attack power will increase for both ninjutsu and kusarigama. This is mandatory for this build, for any type of build, whether you're doing a sword build, a axe build. Like this is going to be really helpful for this build, for any type of build. Like I said, And now to get into the Omio section, there are a few magic items that we're gonna want, Omio that we're gonna need. There's 3 in total, which is gonna be Weakness, Talisman Sloth, and Shadow Round Talisman. Now just to explain what they do, Weakness Talisman allows you to, once inflicted on an enemy, it reduces their defense power, making you do more damage. Sloth, I've explained this a million times throughout my first build video and during my let's play. Now let me just explain to you if you don't know. Once you inflict this on an enemy, it reduces the movement speed, allows you to get around the enemy, behind them. Now I'm going to explain to you why this is really useful, getting behind the enemy, once I get into the guardian spirits. So yeah, those are the first 2 you're gonna have. And now for the third one, Shadow Round Talisman. Now what this basically does, once you use this Omio talisman, it will essentially make your ninjutsu infinite. Like every time you use a ninjutsu, it won't deplete from your inventory. Like if I have 21 shurikens or kunais and I use the Shadow Round Talisman and I use those kunais, once the Shadow Round Talisman ends, I will have instead of using all my shurikens, I will still have some left. So this is really potent for this build, I'm not gonna lie. It's mandatory the way I see it. So that it is for the Shadow Round Talisman. And to get into your Kusarigama skills, go whatever you feel like. It's your own playstyle, so do whatever you want with the skill tree. But what I really want, a really important skill to get, is foot sweep. Thus can only be done in high stance. If I show you what it does, the video will explain it. It, like you see, it basically trips the enemy and puts them in a final blow state. Now this is also going to work with our guardian spirit. I'll explain that, but this is really important for this build, for what I'm aiming for. So this is a really important skill to have. But for the rest of it, go whatever you want. A really good one is Flux and Flux 2. That's basically every time you key pulse and you switch a stance, it will recover more stamina, so you can do more combos, more damage to the enemy. So this is really powerful. So like I said, go for whatever you want. This build is very versatile to do what you need to. So go what makes you happy. And now for the guardian spirit, it's gonna be Ayakamori. Now what this guardian spirit does is it does do wind damage, but we're not using it for its loving weapon, we're going to use it for its attributes. Now to get into the more important attributes, there's quite a few of them. Unlimited ninjutsu, so like I said before, no matter what ninjutsu items you have, it never depletes. Now this is gonna stack up with the unlimited ninjutsu that I have on my gear, and plus it also stacks a Shadow Round Talisman, so we have close to an 80% chance that this ninjutsu items will not be used out of my inventory. This is really powerful. Another important one is attack from behind. That is why we have Sloth, so we can get behind the enemy and deal a lot of damage. I will show you the damage difference when I get to demonstrate this build. It is a really large damage increase, if I'm not gonna lie. Now just the reason why we wanted that foot sweep skill is for this life recovery by final blow. Now every time we do a final blow damage, we're gonna have 120 hit points coming back to us. Yeah, it heals us basically. So that's, by my standards and what I have tested out, the Kusarigama will only work on small yokai and human enemies. Large yokai this will be ineffective for, but still having that skill that works with this attribute will be really powerful. And now the reason why we want to be at agility A is because this attribute right here, agility damage bonus A, so this works with our agility. It increases damage in proportion to your agility, so the lower agility you have, the more damage output you're gonna bring out. So that's why if we have agility A, which is the lowest agility that we can get, we'll be dishing out more damage. So this is why we have Ayakamori as a guardian spirit. But we did put our guardian spirit all the way up to 18, even though Ayakamori needs only 15 in spirit to be used. We doing that is because later in the game, if we ever want to change our guardian spirit, we can. Anyway, that it is gonna be for the guardian spirit section. Now just to recap, we did do the gear, the skills, the guardian spirit, and the stats. And now I'm going to be showing you why this build is overpowered. Now to show you everything that we've discussed, all of the skills, the stats, or Omeo magic, how this all comes together to make a powerful build, I'm going to use this boss to demonstrate the power of this build. Now I'm going to have to fight this boss twice. I'm going to show you the two ways in which you can use this build, both the throwing weapon section and using the Kusarigama. But for now, let me show you how to use your ninjutsu to fight this guy. So what you want to do is first, before a fight, put on your quick change scroll, eat your power pearl, use your shadow round talisman, and aggro the boss. Once he does his animation, you slot him, use weakness. And now to get behind him, like right now with my kunai, I'm only doing 1000 damage. But if I get behind him, oh wait, I need to get behind him. You can see I'm doing close to 2000 damage per kunai. But now just to show you the power of why this build is overpowered, the storm kunais will deal the most damage. As you saw, each kunai, storm kunai I used dealt at least 3000 damage. As long as I was behind him, like even if I'm in the front of him, each kunai done 750 damage. But still, using all three will give you a massive boost in the amount of damage that you're going to be dealing. Just make sure that you're behind the enemy at all times. And now to show you how to use this build using a Kusarigama. Let me show you how to use this build using a Kusarigama. So similar thing, just right now you're gonna use your quick change scroll, your power pearl, we're gonna use our buff. Now we don't need to use shadow round talisman, is because I am not fighting this boss with ninjutsu. So similar, slot him, put weakness in, just get behind him. You can see I'm hitting like each shot close to 1000 damage. Just let me heal. And just like that. This is one of the more versatile builds. As you can see, you can use throw-in weapons in order to win battles. You can go up and use close combat damage. Whatever you want, this build is really versatile. And that's what makes it so overpowered. And guys, that it is gonna be for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave a like, subscribe, and share the video, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.